Russian soldiers' failed motorcycle assault. A Russian soldier's personal camera captured the dramatic failure of an attempted motorcycle assault on Ukrainian positions in the Donetsk region. The footage reveals a bold but ill-fated effort to break through enemy lines using motorcycles, a tactic that has recently gained traction in the ongoing conflict. The Ukrainian military quickly detected the Russian assault group, which consisted of at least 4 motorcycles, and responded with precision mortar fire. The accuracy of the strikes suggests that the Ukrainians had anticipated such an attack, indicating this was not the first time Russian forces had attempted to use this route. The artillery fire disrupted the group's formation, preventing them from swiftly crossing the danger zone and causing a chaotic traffic jam on the road. To compound the situation, Ukrainian drones armed with free-fall bombs joined the fray, targeting and eliminating the disoriented infantry on the ground. Notably, the Russian soldiers chose to ride the motorcycles in pairs, a decision that significantly hindered their ability to navigate the rough terrain. This unusual approach may have been due to a shortage of available motorcycles within the unit. Motorcycles and ATVs have long been used by both sides in the conflict for logistical purposes, such as transporting supplies and evacuating the wounded. However, the Russian military only began employing them as assault vehicles in the spring of last year. This shift in tactics is largely a response to the strengthening of Ukrainian defenses, which now include advanced anti-tank systems and strike drones, rendering traditional mechanized assaults increasingly ineffective. Unlike large, slow-moving armored convoys, motorcycle assault groups are less visible to aerial reconnaissance and can quickly traverse the dead zone between their starting positions and the enemy's defensive lines. The strategy relies heavily on the assumption that artillery and FPV drone operators will have a delayed reaction, providing a narrow window for the assault group to seize and fortify positions. At the start of 2024, motorcycle units were typically deployed in combined attacks, flanking enemy positions, while the main assault force attempted a frontal breakthrough using armored vehicles. However, as equipment shortages became more acute, the use of motorcycles in assaults became more widespread. For instance, during an offensive against the 10th Mountain Assault Brigade, Russian forces deployed 39 motorcyclists in a single operation. Remarkably, the accompanying armored group consisted of just 2 armored personnel carriers, both of which were swiftly destroyed. These new cavalry tactics, while innovative, come at a high cost. They are extremely risky for Russian infantry and often result in significant casualties. Nevertheless, they provide Russian commanders with a viable, albeit dangerous method for breaching modern defensive lines. In a recent example, Russian forces attempted a 6-hour-long assault on the defenses of the 110th Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine in the Donetsk region. The attack was met with fierce resistance, as documented in a video posted on the Telegram channel of the brigade's Unmanned Systems Battalion. The footage shows the destruction of Russian equipment and infantry achieved through the coordinated use of FPV drones and artillery systems. According to the 110th Brigade, the Russian assault included a convoy of armored vehicles led by a barn tank equipped with a mine trawl. Ukrainian aerial reconnaissance detected the advancing forces, enabling drone operators to target and destroy the vehicles one by one. An MTLB was the first to be hit, though its infantry managed to disembark after the initial strike. Next, an immobilized BMP-1 was engulfed in flames, followed by a Russian BTR-82A that had been abandoned near the road. The drones then turned their attention to the barn tank, which caught fire after several direct hits. With the vehicles neutralized, the focus shifted to the surviving Russian infantry who had scattered across the ruins of a nearby settlement. Ukrainian artillery fired cluster munitions at trenches, buildings, and basements where the Russian troops had taken cover. Meanwhile, drone operators hunted down individual soldiers who had survived the initial strikes. In addition to the Unmanned Systems Battalion's footage, the 110th Mechanized Brigade's press service released a video showing the brigade repelling a Russian assault near Velika Novosilka in the Donetsk region. Both videos likely depict different phases of the same hours-long assault, highlighting the intensity and complexity of the fighting in this sector of the front line.
Блядь. Опа. Да. Де ви? Воно підарасиком залежить.
Может, помогите по трубе возьмите.